What's the funniest reason a commander had to rewrite an entire policy? Our base had a strict policy about pets. No animals in the barracks. Zero exceptions. Colonel Weaver had signed off on it years ago after someone snuck in a ferret that escaped into the ventilation system and caused absolute chaos. Private Nolan kept complaining about mice in his room, said he heard them scratching inside the walls at night, filed maintenance requests every week that went absolutely nowhere. One day he shows up with this orange cat, just walks right past the duty desk carrying it like nothing was wrong. "Nolan, what are you doing?" Sergeant Reed asked. "Pest control, Sergeant. Got mice everywhere. This is my solution." Reed shook his head. "You know the no pets policy. Get rid of it today." Nolan smiled. "It's not a pet, Sergeant. It's a working animal. Pest management specialist." He'd actually typed up fake orders, made them look completely official, called the cat Specialist Whiskers, and listed its duty station as Barracks Building 7, Room 214. The paperwork was ridiculous but weirdly detailed. Feeding schedule, patrol routes, designated litter box locations, even had a duty roster showing the cat's working hours from 1800 to 0600. Reed didn't know what to do. Technically, the policy said no pets, but Nolan was arguing this wasn't a pet. It was military equipment assigned for rodent control purposes. Word spread fast through the barracks. Within a week, 6 more soldiers had cats, all with fake paperwork, all claiming official pest control duties. Then someone got creative. Private Curtis showed up with a bearded dragon in a small tank. "What's that thing for?" Reed asked, completely exhausted. "Spider control, Sergeant. My room has brown recluses. This is my countermeasure." The bearded dragon had its own fake orders too. "Specialist Scales, Arachnid Elimination Division." Colonel Weaver finally heard about it during a random barracks inspection. Walked into Building 7 and found himself face to face with 3 cats, a bearded dragon, and someone's hamster running on a wheel. "What in God's name is happening in my barracks?" Nolan stepped forward with his stack of paperwork, presented it like he was briefing a 4-star general on combat operations. "Sir, these are our pest management specialists. Each one has documented duties and responsibilities. We're operating within regulations because technically they're not pets. They're working animals performing essential services." Weaver read through the fake orders. His face went through confusion, then anger, then something completely unexpected. He started laughing so hard he had to sit down. "You typed up duty rosters for a hamster?" "Yes, sir. Specialist Nugget handles food waste inspection in the common areas. Very thorough worker." Weaver couldn't stop laughing. Called his executive officer over, made him read the paperwork too. Soon both of them were dying. "This is the most creative rule bending I've seen in 20 years of service," Weaver finally said, but he couldn't let it slide. Had to enforce the existing policy. Ordered all animals removed within 48 hours. No exceptions. That should have been the end of it. Except Nolan filed an official complaint through proper channels, said the no pets policy was causing health and morale issues throughout the barracks, cited actual regulations about pest management requirements and mental wellness programs. Weaver had to respond formally to the complaint. During his review, he discovered something interesting. The base actually did have a documented mouse problem. Maintenance had been ignoring soldier requests for months because they didn't have budget for exterminators. He also found legitimate studies about animals reducing stress and anxiety in military housing. Real research published by military psychologists recommending pet-friendly policies. 2 months later, new policy dropped. Soldiers could keep small pets with command approval, had to register them officially, maintain strict cleanliness standards, and accept random inspections. Nolan's cat was the first officially registered pet on the entire base. Weaver signed the paperwork himself during a small ceremony. At the approval meeting, Weaver handed Nolan the registration form. "You realize you made me rewrite a policy that stood for 15 years because of fake cat orders?" "Yes, sir. Specialist Whiskers thanks you for your dedicated service to animal welfare." Weaver shook his head slowly. "Get out of my office, Nolan. Right now." The hamster got registered the following week. Specialist Nugget served 3 more years before passing away of old age. Someone actually organized a small funeral in the courtyard. 12 soldiers attended. Nolan made sergeant 2 years later. Still has that original fake paperwork framed on his wall next to his promotion certificate. Weaver retired last spring. At his going away party, someone gave him a stuffed orange cat wearing tiny military rank insignia. He laughed for 5 minutes straight and said it was the best gift he'd ever received.